For this edition of OKC Central, I'm Dave Morris. Imagine taking an elevator up to the 50th floor of Devon Energy Center to enjoy not just a nice meal, but the best view of the city from the highest building in the state. That opportunity will be a reality in a couple of years. Just one of several details discovered by the Oklahoman Steve Blackmeyer during a tour of the rapidly growing skyscraper. The building stands around 40 stories complete and recently surpassed nearby Chase Tower as the tallest building in Oklahoma City. Representatives of the developer Hines and contractor Holder Flintco told Blackmeyer the project remains on schedule.
This is the 33rd floor, which is actually the floor that at 516 feet that made this officially the tallest structure in Oklahoma City. So this is that floor that kind of prompted us into that next stratosphere, so to speak. We're currently working on the 39th floor with concrete and structure, and that'll quickly move to the 40th floor. And we're currently a floor or two below this installing glass. So we're currently a little over 500 feet from the street level right now. The project's doing very well in terms of schedule. We're tracking right along with all of our milestones and all of the components. We've had a couple of phase turnovers to Devon that happened right on time, including the parking deck, which you're aware of, and the fitness center that Devon's been using very successfully for about 3 months now. And in terms of the tower, the podium, and the rotunda, things are tracking along very well. In the last few months, we've ramped up from about 900 to 1,200 people. And as we continue to add finishes on the lower floors and continue the structure up, we'll see that number continue to climb a little bit, and then at some point it'll start to be down on the downhill side of the curve. The glass is typically around 8 to 10 floors beneath the concrete floor. So we're currently working on the 39th floor with structure. The glass is on the 38th floor, and they're in what we call the same cycle. So as we finish a floor approximately every week on concrete, the glass just about finishes a floor a week as well, and they're kind of chasing each other up the structure.
One of the big drivers behind the shape of the building was a desire that really came from Devon and Larry Nichols directly about coming up with a shape that didn't turn its back on any part of the city. We wanted to really engage and embrace every aspect of Oklahoma City. So we looked at square towers, rectangular towers, cylindrical towers, etc., and arrived at this kind of modified triangle that really, it provides views 360 degrees, doesn't have an identifiable front or back, and pays equal respect to east, west, north, south. I guess the surprise when you're working on a structure this large, it's hard to fully appreciate the presence that it's going to have when you're dealing with scaled models. So as we've come out of the ground and we're up above 500 feet now, the presence that it already has on the skyline and in the community is really impressive, and I think was even more meaningful and impactful than I expected it to be.
And Devon officials say the tower will top off in the third quarter of this year, with employees set to move into the new offices in 2012. You can watch live construction of the Devon Tower by going to newsok.com/OKC Skyline. There's a webcam posted there for subscribers of the Oklahoman. And you can stay updated on downtown business activity. You can read Steve Blackmeyer's blog at OKCCentral.com.